Good morning. Happy Monday.
No, come on. It's a lovely Monday.
It's a lovely Monday.
Is it ever going to warm up?
Man, like, I had to scrape the windshield this morning.
Yesterday.
Like, seriously? It's June 3rd.
I am not going outside to work in my yard until it gets sensible out there.
Absolutely.
I was looking across the street. My neighbor the other day, my poor neighbor Marilyn, is out there doing her gardening in a parka.
Like it's goofy. And you know what? If you planted anything, like it froze last night.
Watch your language. Goofy.
I know. Like it's just too much. Too much. And we want to say a huge thank you to KC Security for sponsoring the morning show for this month. We really appreciate it, you guys.
Did you miss me on Friday?
I did.
Don't lie.
I seriously did. I was actually worried about you on the road. I always worry about my kids.
Oh, the driving was... Okay. What? How long does it normally take a person to drive from Sault Ste. Rita to Sudbury?
3 hours.
3 hours and 20 you speed. 3 hours and 20. 4 hours and 40 minutes from Sault Ste. Rita to Sudbury. I sat for a half hour and did not move because they're asphalting the highway.
Again, right at the
Whose fault is
lanes?
it? It's asphalt. 4 hours and 40 minutes, people. It's redunculous.
It's redunculous.
If there were a train, I could have slept and relaxed and not been stressed, but no, I sat there. Anyway, I had a great time in Sudbury. The gala was fantastic at the theater center. We had
attended?
Yes,
yeah.
And they raised a lot of money, and
Nice.
I got to see a lot of old friends.
Really?
Yes, and then I was in Marquette on Saturday.
Sudbury, Marquette.
Oh, I know. I play
Traveler.
all the big towns.
I went to Gooley.
I've played Gooley. Yes, I have.
What'd you do in Marquette?
Studio Dance Arts. See, Richard Kim's opened Studio Dance Arts
Right.
here in like 2003, I think. Yeah. And then he opened one in Elliott Lake. And then somebody in Marquette said, we'd like to own a Studio Dance Arts here too. So he's expanded into the States now.
Good for him.
So it was their 5th anniversary in Marquette. And so a whole, listen to this. Okay, so 30-something dancers from Sault Ste. Marie and parents and chaperones. So
Right.
50 of us on the bus.
You went on the bus?
I went on the bus with all the dancers and the teachers and the parents. Sure. So we get to customs.
Did you wear your glitter?
No. I just we get to the American side of the bridge, right? Mm-hmm. We have no idea how this is going to work.
Right.
So we pull up, and the bus driver opens the window, and the guy looks in and says, "What's going on?" She says, "We're going down to a dance recital in Marquette, Michigan." He says, "How many on the bus?" She says, 53, about 35 are kids. The guy's face did this. He's like, pull up and we'll let you know what happens.
Oh, no way.
So the guy was super nice, came on the bus, just poked his head in. He's like, okay, so parents, chaperones, are you okay if we leave the student kids on the bus and you all just come in to see us inside? And the bus driver's like, yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are parents okay leaving your kids on the bus? They're probably hoping the bus driver takes them away.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Woohoo!
Bye, kid.
So we all walked in. We gave our passports. That was it. Boom, gone.
Did the kids need passports?
Kids did. Well, they had their passports, but they did not ask for them.
Ah.
They just let us into the country just like that. So if you ever want to get into the States, really easy.
And
just bring a whole bunch of kids with you. Because they don't like them.
Something.
They don't want them in their office.
No,
On the way back, however, Canadian Customs made us all get off the bus and everybody showed their passport. Even the kids.
I guess it depends on the mood.
Well, no, you know what? He was super polite, super fast.
Yeah.
He just wanted to make sure that everybody was everybody.
You gotta check. It could be a kidnapped child, for all we know, right?
Could have been, and then an Amber Alert would have gone off, and then everybody would have been mad because it's Sunday and you're bugging me.
And you know what?
Saturday.
The thing is especially in a situation where there's a busload of kids. If it was my kid, absolutely.
You would be glad if they looked.
Come and check.
Exactly.
You know what? I want you to know that this child is legit.
Great dancers in Marquette too, by the way.
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sioux kids represented, but these Marquette kids were great too.
Really?
Yeah. It was a really great weekend.
So young, like a young.
Oh, everything from like 3 months. So
that tall?
Not from the ground. I'm talking from the ground, not from the yeah. No, they were like there were 3-year-old kids dancing in this.
Wow.
I'm not even. When I was 3 years old, I couldn't walk and I was still pooping in my pants.
Always.
No puddles, no poops.
And what's
kids were
changed?
Stop it. Now what's changed? It depends.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm
for
watching
that.
Chernobyl on HBO. Have you not heard of it?
No. It's a documentary?
Miniseries.
Seriously?
I had
don't have
no
HBO.
idea.
I don't have HBO.
Come to my house. It's
Okay.
so amazing.
So
it's
is it
terrifying.
Is it like an hour
It's
every...
an hour, and there's like, right now, I think there's maybe 7 episodes that are up. Look at that. It's horrifying
I
to
cannot,
watch.
and still to this day, and some footage that I've seen, it's like a ghost town.
You should
like
see how the
stuff is
people
still-
die.
Really?
What happens to you?
Really?
Well, it's what do you call that?
Oh yeah, you.
It's radiation.
Yeah, so you
Cook.
Yeah, you cook.
It's like cooking you. Oh my gosh! And it doesn't happen like it happens over weeks. It's terrible.
Oh, does it? See,
Some
I
of
always
them,
thought it was
depending
just
on their
like-
level of radiation. But no, it's unbelievable. The storyline is incredible. What they did over there, oof.
And what they're still kind of not doing. There are people that still go into that building every day.
Those Russians. Hey, they cut the gay sex scenes and the drug scenes
Yes.
from Rocket Man. Did you hear how angry Elton was?
Oh, Elton was ticked.
Sad reflection of the divided world we still live in, and how it can still be so cruelly unaccepting of the love between two people, says Elton John and the producers. Russia edited the stuff out. There are no gays in Russia. We
Yeah,
have no
right.
gays in Russia.
Speaking of that movie, Elton's half brother, his name is Jeff Dwight.
Yep.
Actually disputes the father's image in the movie.
How he was portrayed.
Because at one point in the movie, it shows Elton as a child asking his dad, "Can I have a hug?" And then dad apparently says, "Don't be soft." And the half brother, who
Jeff.
wasn't even born at the time,
No.
said that that's a wrong portrayal of the father.
The age gap is so different that Jeff was a toddler when Elton was already becoming a superstar. Like that's is that the two of them? Oh, that's a split screen. They're not together because they don't really get along.
Well, no.
They're not. Well, they're
So
not. It's
how
not that
would
they don't
this-
get along. It's that they're not close.
Well, no, because they're from different generations.
He said so. Elton says that Stanley was homophobic. His father was homophobic. He caught Elton looking at dresses or something when he was younger and got very upset. Elton also said that Stanley was not super supportive of his music career. But
And see, the brother, the half
Says that
brother,
wasn't true.
says opposite because the dad was a performer
he said his father was in a swing band and that
Yeah.
Stanley wasn't homophobic.
and he bought him a piano when he was living with his mother.
But Stanley moved out when Elton was 14. So the brother admits, the half brother admits, well, I mean, it could have been different. He might have been a softer, more kind father by the time he raised me. Maybe it was for but that's not what I saw, he says. So anyway.
It's interesting how somebody who has no business disputing it disputes it.
Yeah.
I mean, Elton John
Publicity.
sat and watched the premiere of it, so
Jeff also said that he was the one who contacted Elton to tell him about the father's funeral arrangements, and Elton said, "I'm not coming, Jeff." So,
oh wow.
yeah.
Ooh, there's a little rift there.
A little bit of one. Hey, ho. Sure, this is it. So, Return of the Jedi. Okay, Harrison Ford. I guess in one scene he's like frozen somewhere in some chamber or something, and then he gets unfrozen, and then Princess Leia kisses him. And so
Ooh.
there was this guy named Tim Rose. He was the puppeteer who played Admiral Akbar, kind of this like red-faced looking thing. Anyway, he comes up with an idea on set that's kind of funny, he thinks, and he says to all the other puppeteers and the characters, when Princess Leia kisses him, they're all going to chant, "We saw you kissing, we saw you kissing." So they do that and then they break up laughing.
Right.
Harrison Ford was not amused. So
Really?
yeah, and they checked it. Like I guess they cleared it. I think they cleared it with the director or whatever. So anyway, they do the thing, and after the take is over, Harrison goes to the director and says, "That's that laughter and stuff. They're not gonna step on my line, are they? Because I don't want to have to come back and do an ADR, automated dialogue replacement. I don't want to have to come back in the studio and do an ADR because of this silly little stunt kind of thing, right?"
Oh, correct.
So the director says, "Okay, we'll do it again, but this time no sound. Just mime doing I saw you, whatever, kissing." So they did that, take 2. Little break in the thing, and the guy Tim Rose, the puppeteer, sidles up beside the director. He's like, "So how did the second take look with no sound? Like, did it work?" And the director's like, "Well," and he says, hey, this Harrison guy is he going to talk over our laugh? Because it's really putting me off. His microphone was still on and Harrison heard him. Demanded that the guy be fired.
Did he get fired?
Said he would not come back to the set unless the guy was fired. The guy was the head puppeteer inside the thing, but Harrison didn't know what he looked like because he was wearing his... So they pretended to fire him, and the guy had to pretend he was a new guy.
Oh my gosh!
You know, for Harrison to come back to work.
Bend over backwards for Harrison.
Well, I'd bend over.
You're cranky.
Never mind. So if that's our time. We're up.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
What are we doing today? I'll tell you what we're doing today. We're riding for autism. It's coming up. It's gonna be a big old party, and we're gonna raise money for autism. It's a great one.
Yeah, it is definitely.
And all the bikers love it. And then also, that St. Marie's Cabin is done, and we have an update on that. And you have the news.
I have the news coming up.
So don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim on this beautiful Monday morning.
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Listen to them. Children of the night. Alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Machine Shop, our historic venue and gathering place for friends and family. Built in 1899 on the site of a Northwest Company trading post. Today, we are a go-to venue hosting many expos, concerts, weddings, and more. While you're here, choose one of our dining experiences. Enjoy a quiet dinner at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar, watch a game and try wood fire oven pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room, or treat yourself every day to gelato and local coffee at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop, visit machineshopinc.ca.
Discover all kinds of treasures and never pay more than $5. Inventory is restocked every Saturday, and you can find anything from electronics to household items, toys, and much, much more. On Saturday, everything is $5 and the price goes down throughout the week, ending with 25 cents on Friday. We restock weekly with new items from various big box stores, so you never know what treasures you can find. Come visit us at 4:45, 2510 Ashman Street in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. This is my buddy Jamie Boston. How you doing, Jamie?
Couldn't be better.
Nice
Good.
to see you. I'm well, thank you. How's your wife, Jessie?
Beautiful.
Yeah, of course she is. Jamie and Jessie you guys are the founders, really, aren't you, of the Algoma Autism Foundation. You're the director. Pretty amazing stuff you guys have done. How many years have you been around now?
Since 2013, so...
That's 6 years? Celebrating 6 years?
Yeah.
Not a lot of local services, not a lot of local support you were finding, right, Jamie?
Back
then?
Back then there was nothing.
Yeah.
So...
And things have have we gone a step backwards, kind of, in your opinion, the way things are going with autism support, or what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's been some pretty drastic cuts to the programming across the province. And
yeah.
It hurts.
It hurts a lot. But that's why you guys are around.
We do what we can.
You're filling in the gaps wherever you can, right?
We try.
Can you talk a little bit about what Algoma Autism Foundation, how you support families who have that autism is in their lives?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it started, like you said, back in 2013. Simple, just get our feet wet, get off the ground. To now where we're, sponsoring all kinds of events and trying new things and making a more inclusive community and partnering with other organizations to make things happen. So.
And what the funds? How do you disperse them? How does it work for that?
anything that people want to try will go to the board of directors, and the board will say yay or nay, or can we work it out. Or,
So what kind of stuff have you done to offer support in the community?
the usual stuff: trunk or treat, sensitive Santa, the inclusion block that's coming up, the Rotary Parade.
Oh, the Rotary Parade, you have the
the sensory friendly block.
sensory-friendly block where all the music is turned off and the kids can just enjoy all the fun and the people waving and...
We find actually a lot of adults using it now too, just because sirens and horns and stuff can be overwhelming. So, and it's not just for children on the spectrum; it's for everybody. But
Right.
yeah, it's
So it's all about getting out and being part of the community?
absolutely, and trying to take typical situations and make them mold them to work for children on the spectrum or children with special needs.
So adapting existing programs. I get you. I totally get you. How do you have, what's your basis like, your base, like membership? How...
It's really hard to say. It all depends where families are in their levels of need.
in their journey and...
Yeah, and unfortunately we hear daily from new families that are looking for some help or looking for some guidance. And
Do you have group meetings and stuff? I mean, do y'all get together?
Yeah, monthly we have an actual official meeting, and then we do this thing called class. I can't remember what it stands for, but it's basically a parents' night out where parents can collaborate and listen to each other. And
Well, that's got to be part of the CL. Collaborate, listen. Yeah.
And just realize that they're not alone in their
Because it can be tough, right? You want to be able to debrief, to talk to somebody who's been through it or who's going through it, just so you can figure out if am I doing the right thing, or how do you guys get through it, or
bounce ideas off
each other, right? Just offer support, because that's we all know. I mean, if you're not in a position to help your child, then I mean, if you can't help yourself, you can't help your child. That's right. Yeah. So anyway, this ride. How many years have you been doing the ride now?
7.
So it started even before you had the foundation.
Yeah, the ride spearheaded the foundation.
It did, really, hey? Whose idea was the ride to begin with? Do you know even?
I absolutely do. Jesse and I were sitting through a cold winter, and I thought, well, there's got to be something we can do, and we just...
So it was you?
It was me.
Do you bike? Do you have a bike?
Yep.
You're a rider. I don't. Oh, the poster's up right now, so it's giving us the information. The ride actually takes place on, is it the 15th?
June 15th.
That's a Saturday.
Yep. Leaving from Highland Ford. Pledge forms are available at all the major power sport outlets, online, etc. And guys are out there pledging hard to raise money. And
you get how many people do you get participating? It's huge, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we're probably anywhere between 2 and 250 motorcycles.
That's gotta look incredible when 250 motorcycles hit the road all together. Yeah. Oh, that's why you call it. What are you calling it? This?
The Tunnel of Tears.
The Tunnel of Tears, because
it's a very overwhelming visual and audio for a lot of people. They see all these big burly bikers coming out to support kids and support the community.
Support kids. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Hey, so the money is raised by pledging the riders. Mm-hmm. Okay. If we want to pledge somebody, can we find somebody to pledge, or can we just make a donation, or how does that work?
There's lots of people out there collecting pledges.
Yeah.
The Friday night, I know we chatted briefly, we're doing a pre-ride party.
Oh, this is a great way to find out if somebody want to pledge or just to donate. Yeah. Okay, so the pre-ride party is Friday the 14th.
That's right, at the Canadian. Live music. Harley Davidson's bringing up a bike for people, a trailer full of bikes to demo.
Wait a second. Harley Davidson's bringing bikes we can try riding?
That's right.
Like on the streets?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I'll be doing that. I can't even stay on a bicycle, never mind a motorcycle. I'm not good on 2 wheels. Wait a second. So Harley's coming with all these bikes, plus what else? Did you say live music?
Yep.
You got 4 bands, you said?
4 bands.
Inside and outside.
That's right.
That's so cool.
A beer garden, vendors for all the bike-related stuff. Doghouse Paint is coming up. He's been a sponsor with us since day one, doing custom guitars and things for...
The guy does painting on the spot?
Well, I don't know what he's doing.
What?
He does airbrushing on...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, this is going to be... When we have to go and find out.
Yeah.
What time does it start on the Friday night on the 14th?
We're looking late afternoon. The bands will start around 5:36, and then right till you're willing to go to bed, I guess.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Just party on.
Yeah. Show and shine. It's just a good
show and shine?
Mm-hmm. So the bikes will all be there. Guys will...
They're going to all be polishing up their bikes, showing off their bikes. That's going to be fun for kids.
That's absolutely. It doesn't sound like a family event, but it totally is.
Oh, I can imagine it. Well, because the whole thing is geared toward family, because this is for families.
That's right.
The whole weekend is for families. And the other cool thing about this is somebody stepped forward. You had a major sponsor step forward. So there was going to be a $10 charge to get into this thing and enjoy everything.
Totally free.
Totally free. So you know what? Bring your $10 anyway and make a donation to Algoma Autism Foundation. So, or bring more even. And there's a bank machine in the Canadian.
Yeah, Albert's we have the support of the community. A lot of businesses step up every year, come back to us every year, and Highland Ford, Great Lakes Honda, the Canadian is a new sponsor for this year. Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
All the sponsors.
Is there going to be food vendors too? Did you say, or
the upper deck will have food available.
Oh, of course, the Canadian, for heaven's sakes, the upper deck's cooking.
And then there's a new popcorn company in town called Cornucopia. I don't know if you've heard of them, but
Cornucopia.
Yeah,
cool.
They're coming out with all their flavors.
All the flavors of popcorn.
Yeah.
Now the ride itself starts. What time did you say?
We leave at 11, so we're registering from 10 to 11.
Okay, and it's not too late to register.
No, most guys register the day of.
Okay, they all show up the day of and register, and then get your pledges.
And away we go.
And so, is there a Facebook page for the ride itself?
Algoma Ride for Autism.
There you go, Algoma Ride for Autism on Facebook. It's got all the information there. I bet you could probably also find some teams in case you are looking to pledge somebody. I bet there's people on there.
Yeah. My little guy.
Really?
Yeah, Bryson's.
Does he have a team name?
Nope. Just Bryson's riding for autism.
He's going to be in what do you call that? A sling? What?
Slingshot, yeah. I may be in a slingshot this year, so.
With Bryson beside you?
Yeah, he's ridden with me a few years in a row.
He's 11 years old now.
Yeah.
Wild. So there you go. We all know right now tough times for families who have autism in their lives. So it's a great way to help these families, and also a great way to have a good time in the community. Show your support. Starting off with the Canadian big old party, 5:30 on Friday, June the 14th. Carrying on to the ride on the 15th.
Yep.
Jamie Boston.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for all you do in the community, and all my best to you and your family, and to Jesse, of course, as well.
We'll see you there.
Yeah, you will. Come back anytime. And we'll be right
you.
back after this.
Have a great business idea but don't know where to start? Need help taking your business to the next level? C2C Business Services can be your guide in navigating the path of entrepreneurship, with services ranging from grant funding support, access to service experts, market information, and helping your business adopt new technologies to create and foster a culture of innovation for ongoing success. Call C2C Business Services and let them be your first step in taking your entrepreneurial dreams from concept to commerce. C2C Business Services is a division of the Sault Ste. Marie Innovation Center.
So, there's a program called Leave the Pack Behind. Now, I'm familiar with it because when I used to work at Algoma Public Health. It's for youth, okay? It's this really cool program. They go into high schools, they go into colleges, and basically it's about smoking cessation, encouraging things like how to put together a no-smoking campus stuff, or they even do things like if they go to movies, they'll show movies to kids and they'll say, see if you can find gratuitous smoking, and then they do letter writing campaigns saying, why would you have smoking in this film? They catch branding. They'll catch if like somebody's got a pack of Marlboros and they find out that Marlboro gave money to the production. They'll call them on it.
Oh, cool.
But they also do all kinds of stuff like counseling, and they have phone apps, and it's over the years. It's been around for 19 years. 44 post-secondary institutions it's in now, 35 public health units. It has helped 40,600 people quit smoking. This year, the director, she's an associate professor at Brock University, she'd done her funding application, like always, for the past number of years, and no reply. And the dates are coming up and her budget's set, and she's wondering, so she contacts the Ministry of Health and finds out the program has been cut.
She had to follow through to find that out?
She's been... $1 million budget has been dropped by the Ontario government because they don't think that teaching kids not to smoke is important. But boy, oh boy, you kids, you can get beer in the corner stores. Woohoo!
If you want a beer, you can find it anywhere.
Have you seen some of those funny memes and stuff?
No.
Oh, there's one, because you know how all the MPPs have been going to, like Ross went up to the Trading Post and posed with the owner of the Trading Post saying, yeah, she's going to get to sell beer now. So they're doing that all over the province. Oh. All the MPPs going
like they did when the gas prices went up, right? Yeah.
And they're in stores looking in confectionaries in glass fridges going, no beer, right? So there's a meme saying this is basically an ad for confused old men looking through the confectionaries going, I don't know where I am. Then they have another guy, another guy who's in a beer store going, there's no eggs or milk here. My children will go hungry. Honestly.
You have to have a sense of humor about some things. Because otherwise, oh my word, right?
Okay.
Obama and Drake were at the Raptors game in Toronto.
Friggin' handsome is Obama looking all
what?
salt and peppery and relaxed and open collared and standing
black on black shirt and pants were black.
Handsome as all get out.
And they called it the presidential stroll. And you know, they had some footage of him, of course, walking in and surrounded by Secret Service people and stuff. And you know what? I missed the stroll. I have to say, man, I missed the stroll. Amongst other things like sanity. I sort of missed that too.
What was Drake doing there? He's a fan.
Oh my gosh, Drake is like, he is drawing so much attention, negative or positive. He's drawing attention to the Raptors. Other teams can't stand Drake. He's too loud. He's too obnoxious. Apparently the NBA had a little chat with Drake and said, buddy, we know you're excited. Good for you. Don't cross the line.
No kidding, hey?
Yeah. So Drake's just, but there's also
Drake.
footage of Mr. Obama coming in, and he notices Drake, and he breaks from the pack and goes to. Can you imagine if Obama did that with me? I'd faint. I would, and I love his wife too.
And then did you see Trump show up for the church service? Oh. I couldn't. Now the church service was for the victims of the shooting. The 150th mass shooting in the United States in 152 days of the year.
Yeah.
Anyway, Trump shows up wearing his golf cleats, pants that were so long. Like, who was dressing this man? Grandpa pants up to under his boobies, with a bad belt. And takes off his walks onto the altar wearing a baseball cap, takes it off without hair.
Oh, I gotta find that.
Oh, there's a picture of him. You just look at him and go, "You're the president of the United States. You look like it's just a
really.
Look, he looks like a grandpa who somebody got out of bed and sent him to Walmart.
Oh gosh,
tragedy.
And now he's meeting the Queen.
Oh, that'll be interesting. They're flying the blimp. They're flying the baby Donald blimp. The mayor of London can't stand it. We gotta go. We have news coming up.
I do have news coming up, so please stay with us because we have lots more on the show.
Do you?
Right after this.
I'm excited.
Imagine a 15,000 square foot custom manufacturing facility built to produce world-class cabinetry at surprisingly affordable prices. Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry brings your project from initial concept to final design. Proudly providing Northern Michigan and the Algoma region with quality hand-built cabinetry for the past 20 years. Located at 844 East 3 Mile Road, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry, making your cabinetry dreams come true. With over 45 years of experience, All Ontario Well Drilling offers hydrofracking and all well drilling services. Call 705-575-8088 or 705-257-9495.
A Wellington Street homeowner and parent says it's a rare day they don't see motorists speeding by a stopped school bus with its red flashers on and stop sign engaged. Michael Medaglia says their daughter started JK in September of 2018, and that's when he really noticed the problem. Drivers blow past the bus on a daily basis. There are other stops up the street, and it's just as bad. Armed with a video security camera, Medaglia now has evidence of what he's talking about. In the video, you can see 3 separate occasions motorists can be seen driving right past a stopped school bus on Wellington Street. Some notice after the fact and then stop, while others don't appear to see the school bus at all. According to the Province of Ontario website, failing to stop for a school bus will result in 6 demerit points and driver's license suspensions for 3 months, plus a $5,000 fine. As of right now in Ontario, if you illegally pass a school bus, you will be fined anywhere from $400 to $2,000 and get 6 demerit points for a first offense. Fines and penalties vary from province to province. In Ontario, school bus drivers and other witnesses can report vehicles that have illegally passed a school bus. If you are the vehicle's registered owner, these same fines, but not the demerit points or jail time, may be applied to you. Medaglia says he has contacted his ward councillors about the problem, who in turn told him to contact city police. Medaglia was told they would do what they can, but with only 2 traffic service vehicles on patrol, it's hard for them to do more. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau made a surprise appearance at an annual summer festival in Burnaby, BC. He shook hands with festival goers and posed for selfies. He made a short election-style speech after stepping onto a fire truck. Trudeau was in Burnaby to meet with the mayor and representatives of the fire department.
We're going to keep focusing on making sure that life gets better for Canadians, as we've worked on over the past 4 years. We've managed to see Canadians creating 1 million new jobs over the past few years, and at the same time we've seen 825,000 people lifted out of poverty across the country, including 300,000 kids with the Canada Child Benefit.
Canada suspended operations at its embassy in Venezuela yesterday, saying President Nicolas Maduro's regime is increasingly clamping down on diplomats who oppose his rule. In a statement, Foreign Affairs Minister Chrystia Freeland said the diplomats' visas are set to expire at the end of June, and Maduro's regime, which Canada has denounced as illegitimate and characterized as a dictatorship, has made it so they cannot be renewed. Freeland said the operations are being suspended temporarily, effective immediately. News that embassy operations were being put on hold came a day before Freeland was actually set to meet in New York with other members of the Lima Group, and that's a bloc that includes more than a dozen Latin American countries opposing Maduro. Canada is among as many as 50 countries that have said Maduro stole last year's election and is no longer the legitimate leader of Venezuela. A much anticipated final report from the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls calls on police services to do a better job dealing with human trafficking cases. The report is to be released in Gatineau, Quebec today in what's expected to be a highly emotional ceremony. The findings of the federally funded inquiry focus on legal issues, including policing. Crown Indigenous Relations Minister Carolyn Bennett says the final document is not the end of the journey. Rather, she says, the federal government will now have to focus on eliminating racism and sexism in policing and other institutions, as well as accelerating progress on child welfare reforms. In the report, Chief Commissioner Marion Buller says survivors provided important truths during months of testimony, and Indigenous women and girls have been targeted for violence in what was nothing short of a genocide. A Virginia Beach city employee who witnessed a deadly shooting at a government building says he was face to face with the gunman during the rampage and yelled at him to stop.
I don't know I can't remember if I heard anything or not, but something caused me to turn around and he was standing right there. And at that time, for some reason or another, I was impelled to say, "Dwayne, stop." Now, he wasn't looking at me at that time, but I was impelled to say, "Dwayne, stop," which I did. And at that point in time, he turned and looked straight at me, but he didn't see me. Looked straight in my face, and he did not see me standing there. Because he didn't raise the gun. He didn't even make an indication that he saw anyone there.
With 3 brands to choose from Kawasaki, Suzuki, and CF Moto, visit one of our 4 showrooms today and speak with our knowledgeable, friendly, and enthusiastic staff who will be happy to help you with all of your motorsports needs.
Enjoy life, enjoy the ride, Bud Robinson Motorsports.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because When you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatsioux.ca.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts. In the Sioux area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today to help construct this special one-of-a-kind monument. Visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
Something that I actually didn't realize is Fuller House is going into the season, the upcoming season, and it's their final one. They've been on for 5 seasons already.
Did Lori Loughlin do that one before she disappeared from?
No, you know what?
She never did Fuller House?
They talked to...
Oh, she was busy doing Hallmark stuff.
Right. And apparently the actors who are doing Fuller House aren't commenting, and neither is Netflix, as to whether or not Lori is going to be on the show. But
so they're coming back.
They're coming back for the final season, and her status is tentative.
Well, she may be in jail, so...
Yeah, that's an issue. Although I'm trying to work it into the, maybe they'll get another season out of it. Why not?
Maybe the kids from Fuller House will need to go to university and she can buy their way in.
Yes.
That'd be a good plot line.
Right?
Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of Taylor Swift's music. However, I like Taylor Swift. Now.
Gee, why?
Because Happy Pride Month. June is Pride Month, and Taylor Swift is actually urging the senator in Tennessee to support LGBTQ protections.
You're so fickle.
I am. Well, fate is fickle. Anyway, it is Pride Month. It's the 50th anniversary. Do you understand? Do you know why Pride started? Stonewall riots, 1969. The Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village in Manhattan. Police were unfairly targeting gay bars, gay establishments, because it wasn't legal to be. It was not legal to be gay. They were targeting them, and lots of arrests, and the police were very violent. And so finally, the queer community stood up and rallied against them. And there was a series of riots over an entire weekend that started at the Stonewall Inn and then just spread all over the place.
Oh, really?
And that was sort of the first uprising of the LGBTQ community, and that was 1969 on June the 28th.
Wow, that was a long
June
time
28th,
ago.
1969 was when the riots started happening because of the Stonewall riots. And so anyway, this is Pride Month, and if you're wondering why we still have to celebrate Pride, It's because there are still people in the world who don't think that people who are different than they are deserve to be happy. There are an LGBTQ youth in Canada is 14 times more likely to self-harm or get involved in substance use or misuse. 14 times more likely to commit.
I wanted to say we've come a long way, but have we?
500 Canadian youths between the ages of 10 and 24 committed suicide in 2018 because they are LGBTQ.
How many?
500 Canadian youth in 1 year between the ages of 10 and 24.
They shouldn't feel that lost.
Well, you know, it doesn't really help when you have the bishop of a Catholic church coming out and making a statement saying that June should be a celebration of something to do with Jesus or whatever, and that we don't celebrate being gay, and there's nothing to celebrate, and that it's a sin, and that it's like this Catholic guy went crazy in the States with this statement, and he's been slapped down for it all over the...
Like just recently, or?
Yeah, because June is Pride Month, so he came out and saying, no, we should be celebrating this in June, and he said that homosexuality is particularly harmful to children. And I say, you know what, so is being an altar boy. But anyway, no, this is what you do to people when you marginalize them, when you make them feel like there's something wrong with them. You push them to the point where they don't think they're even worthy of being alive. So smarten up, and happy Pride Week month.
You know
June.
what? That's just treacherous. 500.
We don't do June. We don't do Pride in Sault Ste. Marie until July because it's too cold in June. Also, a lot of people from Sault Ste. Marie go down to Toronto Pride, so we want to have our own Pride Fest. So that's happening in July. So we'll let you know when that's happening. And we'll have Sue Ryan Mackey back on to talk all about that.
She's terrific.
Yeah,
she's very, very dedicated. So that's a good thing. What do you have coming up next?
Okay, so the St. Mary's College did this amazing thing. They got a contract with the Ontario Parks and Recreation to build a cabin that's going to Pancake Bay to be rented out to tourists. We had the open house. It's moving down there. Take a look at this interview right after this.
Thousands of people across the country take part in the Canadian Cancer Society's Relay for Life. So join the Relay for Life, and together, let's make a difference.
I love women. I love older women, professional women, stay-at-home moms. I love how women put the family first. I love how you're so concerned that I'll get to your husband. You have no idea that I'm coming after you.
Make death wait. Please donate to fund life-giving research, because heart disease and stroke is the #1 killer of women.
Since 1899, the Machine Shop has been a unique space for innovation and creativity. Once a leading pulp and paper company, the Machine Shop was built by Francis H. Clerg, which later became part of St. Mary's Paper in 1984. After the closure of St. Mary's Paper in 2011, the Machine Shop spent 4 years vacant. In 2015, the Machine Shop reopened their doors to the community for the first time. From weddings to galas to concerts and festivals, the one-of-a-kind venue has something for everyone. We are proud to work with the community and local nonprofits to host major events such as Festival of Trees, Pearls and Plaid, an evening at Hogwarts, and more. While you're here, wind down at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar for a quiet dining experience, or watch a game and try a wood fire oven pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room. Don't forget to save room for house-made gelato and baked goods at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop events, history, and restaurants, visit machineshopinc.ca. 3 great places, 1 historic venue.
This is really inspirational. I'm at St. Mary's College, and they've done this beautiful cabin that's going to Pancake Bay. It's been an amazing project, and look at this beautiful fireplace. It's so cozy in here. But there's more to it than just the nails and the hammers. There's a lot of spirit in this, and there's a lot of soul in this.
they've managed to sort of take Catholic education and combine it with the trades, and it's really a remarkable thing to experience. So I'm going to share with you some of the behind-the-scenes movers and shakers of who all brought this together, and it's really about family and community, and it's pretty special. What are we having? Okay. Well,
Today, you're here at St. Mary's College in the construction shop, and we have a ribbon cutting for the partnership that we have with Ontario Parks and St. Mary's College. So right behind me, you see we have the cabin from actually today. What we're planning is just an open house concept, so we get to see. And then on June 7th, we have the delivery of our cabin that we've built that's heading to Pancake Bay sometime in July. Last year, around this time, they approached us in getting involved in building this. So we decided with the room that we have, we can make this a go. So we have our high skills kids, our OEAP and co-op students, and we tackled it first in September. And it took us about 7 months. Now it's completely built, and then we'll be delivering it June 7th, and we'll just finish off some of the exterior stuff out there on site. We had a lot of students who were here enrolled first semester. Second semester, I also had a grade 9 and 10 group that they did a lot of the staining, the finish work, the garden boxes, and then second semester, like I said, they were more eager than that. So I had volunteer students, I had students who needed community hours, so it filled in quite nicely to complete this project. I've had some great students that I taught in grade 9, so you see the growth, and now that they're graduating, they're in the last year of their high school year, and most of them are going into the route of trades or in the architect.
Your son Eugene is the teacher of the course. He was the guy that made all this happen, but turns out that Rudy Pagliaro here is the real mastermind. Rudy, do you work with as a tradesman? Are you a construction worker?
Yes.
In which do you work? Wood, masonry? What do you do?
Complete the home.
Complete home from top to bottom?
From the basement, from the first nail to the last nail.
You do it all?
I do them all.
How old was Eugene when you started teaching him about construction?
10 years old.
Little Eugene.
Little Eugene.
Wait, 1 second. Lunch. What did you make him do?
Working. And learn the trade.
And learn the trade. So what is like one of the biggest projects you and Eugene did together?
My own house.
Eugene helped you build your own house?
Yes.
So now, what was it like? Eugene told the story that you came in here and you worked with the kids too.
Yeah, I tried to help them out, give some tips.
Give them some tips. And what was it like for you as a father looking at Eugene with the kids?
It was amazing, and I was very impressed.
Very impressed?
Very impressed.
Yeah. Have you seen the cabin?
Yes.
Yeah. So did you actually do any physical work, or were you just watching and...
I did a little bit physical work.
Did you too?
Yeah, a little bit.
The students are incredible, aren't they?
Very incredible. They're learning.
And have you heard that so many of them are actually already going on to study?
Yes.
College, they're going to go on to the trades.
To the trade, yes. And I hope they continue this partnership with the park, that way.
Absolutely. I think that they are. It's an amazing thing, the first in Canada ever.
Yes.
So proud, eh, Papa?
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, there we go. This is the proud father and the man behind the magic of the cabin. I can't believe what you guys did inside here. Hi, Mr. Viotta, Danny Viotta from what's your position?
Superintendent of Education.
Superintendent of Education. Last time I saw you, you were on a ladder. That wasn't there.
No.
What's your name again?
Connor.
Hi, Connor. That's right. You got that right. And
Jaden.
Jaden just gave that speech was really nice, and the prayer and everything was really nicely done. You're quite the students here, huh?
Absolutely. I'm so proud of them. And just the leadership, the maturity, and the pride that I see in them after seeing this project. And just seeing it in every single stage, their smiles were on their face every single time I saw them.
And also, I'll get back to you in just a second. I want to talk about the fact that this is a first, like in the country.
It is. It's the first partnership with Ontario Parks ever that a high school has ever partnered, or a board has ever partnered with Ontario Parks to build something like this.
And this is going to continue, yes?
We hope so.
I hope so too. We're actually going to go out to the site. We're going to come and. Are you guys going to be there?
Yeah, for 2 days.
It's not all finished. The roof has to get put on because it won't fit through the doors to get out. Yeah. Like we're right now we're inside the school, inside this building. So they got to finish what do you got to do on the roof?
Yeah, we got to extend the roof out a little bit. I'm going to put the tin sheeting on top.
Okay.
And then just a couple more finishing details.
What about the deck? Are you guys going to be involved with the deck?
Yeah, we're once it's at the park, there's going to be a wheelchair access ramp. There's going to be a beautiful deck in front with a barbecue and
all the finishing touches. Like we saw the furniture and stuff when you're going to have bunk beds and a queen size in here.
I think so. It's either bunk beds and a double or bunk beds and a queen.
You didn't tell me about the fireplace though. That's sweet.
They didn't miss anything. They got all these pot lights, the fan, it's all insulated. Even the porch out front, fully insulated, so they did not miss any details.
How now? A lot of you I know they have plans to already go on to college in the trades. Were you doing that or?
Yeah, I was looking into the construction program at Sault College.
Great. Stay here. Thank you. Stay here. But I think it was it Harmony? Is she going to Sheridan? Was it Harmony?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Harmony got accepted at Sheridan already, and somebody else is going. What are you doing?
Laurentian architecture.
Oh yeah, we did. We talked to you about that. That's so cool that these guys. I didn't know. Did you know when you were 17 years old what you wanted to do?
Absolutely not.
It's hard now to be a young person and but you guys have made your minds up, and I'm sure there's a bright future for you all. What are you looking forward to when you get out? Are you ever going to rent this place?
Hopefully.
Do you think you get a discount?
Oh no, definitely not.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to following this story right out to Pancake Bay. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for everything. We really appreciate you being here.
Hey, you know what? I think the youth of our community always amaze me and impress me. Guys, thank you so much. Congratulations. We'll see you at Pancake, and we'll see you right after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim. A quick update from that Rhode Island bishop who said that nobody should participate in LGBTQ pride events and that it was harmful for children. He's taken that back and said he didn't mean offense.
He didn't mean offense.
Yeah, okay.
It's harmful to children. It's not
he
offensive.
He didn't mean offense, but he took it back. So, see, public shaming works. Hey, public thanks also works. On our public thanks, go to KC Security for sponsoring our show for the entire month. Thank you, Nathan and the gang at KC Security.
We certainly appreciate Daniel and his crew for sure.
I think Nathan Daniel's the big boss, but
no, that's okay. Nathan's cool too.
You coming tomorrow?
I'm coming.
Yeah. Here?
Are you going to be here? Hope so. See you then.
Thank you.